Hello guys, and today I want to do a video about ISIS Afterlife. Okay, so ISIS got changed in this patch and it returns random friendly units with Afterlife that die this turn to your hand. So this deck was requested by Dice Drackich and he wanted me to do a ISIS video about a deck that works for her. So I did try a lot of decks, right? I tried like 4 different decks for ISIS. And the first one were not really good and I had to change it. And I decided to play around more with the Afterlife effects. And what I realized across playing a lot with ISIS is that most of the time, I would say like 80% of the time, having Raw is just way better. The fact that you can heal your summoning stones to stay in the game, or just heal your leader when you have 2 health left, is just way better than ISIS ability. Why? Because ISIS ability, you need to play the, for example, play the Bastet, okay? Then you're going to use a Dying Wish, which is 2 cards, to kill the Bastet. You're going to draw 2 other cards, so basically that's negated, right? But then you invest 4 mana, then you have to pay 2 more for the ISIS ability, and then you're left with 3 cats on board, and you just cycle 2 cards. If you want to replay the Bastet, you're going to add 3 more. It's going to cost you 9 mana to have a 6/6 on board and cycle 2 cards, which is not really good for 9 mana if you're taking into account what you can do with 9 mana. So yeah, it does happen sometimes, but even when you do it, it's not really that powerful compared to what Rock can go, right? You have a unit, you would just want to heal it with Rock, get full value, it makes better trade. It's way more effective, and ISIS ability is really hard to use because your opponent, if your opponent killed your stuff on their turn, you can't use your ability. So not only, what do you need to have for ISIS? You need to have a unit with Afterlife on board. You need to have that unit being able to die or attack into a thing that will kill it, right? So Bastet needs to move out, Departed Warrior needs to move. If your opponent's out of range, like, forget about that. If your opponent has only 1 attack, forget about that. So yeah, it makes it that it's really hard to make actually your unit die. And even if your unit dies, you need to then pay an extra 2 mana to be able to retake it in your hand, which means that you lose a lot of tempo instead of on board. Right, just in your hand. You can have a bunch of cards in your hand, but what's the point if you're dead because you lost too much tempo? There's too much stuff to deal with on board. So, knowing all the weakness of ISIS right now, I still managed to do a potential deck that's really fun to use. It's really high skill cap, and it is kind of consistent, right? So, I included the easy removal tools or finisher, since Magma Slam can now go on the towers. We have Magma Slams, we have Sunders, we have Anubis, and we have Annihilation. And these 2 are really good to finish the game, especially Annihilation. It's such a good comeback card. Okay, so what else do we have? Now we're going to draft our Afterlife set of minions. So Bastet, Decrepit Bowman, Departed Warrior. All the 3 drops here. We're going to ignore Serket. I did try Serket in 2 of the decks and she was really not performing well. So I decided to go with Tumorden. Tumorden is cool when you revive him and everything, because your opponent don't always want to trade into it, but then you pay 2 mana to have a 4 mana back in your hand, and then replaying the 4 mana, man, it's not really that good. The only really card that's good with Tumorden is when you, on turn 7, for example, you play Tumorden, and then you go with an Appeasement. That, by the way, we're going to play 2. And because we lose so much tempo with ISIS, Appeasement is one of the only way to get back the tempo loss that we did by spending 9 mana for a Bastet, basically. And because we want most value out of Appeasement, now we need draw power, right? So to draw power, we're going to have Dying Wish. Dying Wish, his best friend, is the Departed Warrior, because you're going to draw 4 cards for 4 mana. Which sounds really bad, but if you can put 6 mana to have a Departed Warrior back into your hand, it's actually not bad. Also a really good target for Appeasement. Also, we're going to play the wards, because you want to draw cards. And if you appease, then the ward costs 1. 1 mana to draw 2 cards is actually good. You need to be careful sometimes because the deck can draw a lot and you're gonna end up dying by drawing, which never happened to me, but it could happen. Um, so what we're missing? We're missing 5 cards. Let me see. The main ones were choose. Now we're going to have, oh yes, 1 Geb. Why a Geb? Because it's something good to play on turn 5. Because we have a lot of 3, so the turn 6 is usually 2-3. And also, it can give you health. Most of the time you're going to use it to gain health on your summoning stones because you are losing a lot of tempo. You need to get bad on board, and Geb's going to be able to give 3 health. It's not always useful, that's why you only have 1 in there. Then you're going to have 2 Signs of Doom. The Signs of Dooms are going to be, you know, the card that, how should I say, the card that you play on the first turn. Because you're going to lose so much tempo after that you need to have something on board on the first turns. Also, Sign of Doom can be cool to like attack the leader and then die to an Appeasement. It's kind of cool also that you can do that. Sometimes it's really useful. And then the last cards, I can see why I put it there, is the double execute. Execute's gonna give you, you know, killing these big Ao Kuangs, these fire giants that gives protect and everything that's really hard to reach with your Sunders and your Magnum Slam. Keep in mind that Magnum Slam can finish the game for you also, so sometimes you want to keep it as a surprise to finish it. So yeah, that's basically the deck, and yeah, I played the deck a lot, like, cause I had to try to find a way to be good. So I'll go into some gameplay and I'll show you how it performs. Okay, here we are against Scott Gandy again. Oh my god. Okay, let's try to get some early game. We do want to keep the Appeasement and it's going to be really good. And that's going to be really not the start that we're looking for. We're going to have the Sign of Doom, which I believe we're going to play right now. What if he advance? I'm going to just be able to place it out of his range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's attack him. I'm a little bit scared though because, you know, lowering my health can make Thanatos actually attack me. So I hope he's going to advance because I want to advance after to attack him. Because I want to appease that. It's going to be an interesting turn. He's going to retreat. So we're going to just go ahead and play the ward. It's going to get 2 cards. Which is not really that good, but you know. If I go there, then I'll just go attack there. Wait a second. Okay, so if he plays a Mana Potion Thanatos, then this is gonna go up to 2. This is gonna deal 3. Can kill me. I want to be careful about that. It could happen. The risk versus the reward here is really worth it. So I'll do it. Could be tricky though. It could be tricky. The key is that the Sign of Doom lives here so we can appease him. That's the biggest thing that needs to happen. There's the Mana Potion. There's the Thanatos. It's gonna go to the Sign of Doom. I believe he's going to take the trade. Maybe not. It's okay. This turn we can just replay. I think it's gonna be a hard call. It's gonna attack me. Yeah. Okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. Because I'll just take the trade here, and I'll put the Bastet. Put Bastet there. Okay. I should probably block. Yeah, that was a misplay. Should probably block it. We'll see. Oh no, he can actually go and attack it. Yeah, okay. So that's good.
Even gods must heed.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, he's gonna ignore it? If he ignored, oh yeah, you better push. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. He knows I'm gonna attack it, so he better go for that one. Oh, that's kind of makes sense. So you know what I'll do? Appeasement will reduce everything. The shield is really big here. I can't appease after the attack. Okay, so here what I'll do. I'll go for this one. Then I'll go with the appeasement on the back one. Which going to mean then I can play Isis back again. Let me see. No. I want to play Isis. No, let's go. Okay. It's gonna be a hard choice. Because here's when you lose tempo. Yeah, you can take the shield, it's okay. Yeah, push damage if you want. Okay, so now that we have all that figured out, going to be able to go there, put the Anubis there. I'm gonna have to use the Magnum Slam on that, even if I don't want to. Okay. Now, if I can give the health to my Anubis, that will be really good. The Geb, for example. Need to be careful also. Ares is gonna be able to come not next turn, so I need to keep that in mind. There's a lot that's gonna happen with that. Ares is such a powerful card now. It's like there's nothing you can do against Ares. He's just gonna spawn in the corner, push you in there, and like smack the thing that he pushed. It's basically one of the freest removal if you have something on your side, which is really easy to do because you can just spawn the things there and have a little bit of front line. It's gonna be an Athena there. It's gonna shame. Yeah, of course you want to put it on mill. It's free damage. Honestly, he's really sad. Oh, you want to push? Wow, he really wants to kill me fast. Wow, man. So we see the gameplay of Gandhi here. That's why he likes so much the rush, and he wants to have like rush decks in the game. I think we can maybe let's see. We can probably make it regret. Annihilation's gonna help us out big time here. That yeah, we had the you know, we're in good spot, honestly. We had the appeasement. That's a little bit annoying, but you know, wow, he's not gonna develop a lot here. There's not much we want to do here, huh? Do we drop 4, or just? I think we can just go for annihilation. You want to be careful though that it's a shame. Okay, I don't want to give too much value to Athena. So Athena Judgment can kill my Anubis. I'm gonna attack the bottom. I should have probably moved my Isis away. We'll see. Okay, that's a little bit slow. Oh, there you go, the Thanatos. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight for board. Or do we? Okay, wait a second. Let's go for it. If I appease, I don't reduce a lot. I'll just go with the Dying Wish. That is not lethal, but we're close to it, right? 2 there. Yeah, I think I'll just go for a board. He's running out of card and he has a Zeus in hand. What can we put? Let's replay the guy. Let's play him like here and move in the top here just to try and spread for Athena. There you go. That's Athena's gonna come down at some point, we know that. It's gonna give us another card at least if he does that. And Athena's so powerful again. Oh, that's gonna wreck me. Judgment? Oh, okay, I can live with that. I think we have lethal. Give me a second here. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we do have lethal. Which means that if we go like here, we go like this line here, and we show up the 2 more than just for fun. There you go. GG. There you have it, guys. So I hope that you enjoy the Isis Afterlife deck. I hope that you learn a lot, and you'll see that sometimes when you play it, you really need to think about the value that you can get from the Appeasement and reduce the mana cost from all your cards in your hand with Appeasement. That's a thing that I was having a hard time getting around. But you know, once you can appease like a 9-card hand, that's because you just like Dying Wish your 2 Warden or your Decrepit, not the Decrepit, the Departed Warrior, you know, have so much value. So yeah, it takes a lot of, you know, decision making to play this deck. It's not really the easiest one, but it's really fun. So yeah, I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy it. I hope that you're going to try it honestly, and give me some feedback. If you want to see other decks, just feel free to put something in the comment. I'll make sure to read it and to do it. So I hope that you learned a lot today again, guys, and also use